CWM 302. Basic configuration. Anesthesia workstation. Operation introduction. Accessories. When you receive the machine, the following accessories will be included. High-pressure oxygen hose. High-pressure nitrous oxide hose. High-pressure air hose. Oxygen sensor. Facial mask. Screw tube with Y connector, director connector, air storing bag. Silicon screw tube. Fuse. Power line. Castor. Manual instruction. Structure. 12.1-inch color touchscreen. Standby button, click to return to standby mode. Mute button, silence the alarm. A 120 seconds countdown will appear on the screen. Menu button, system setting. Return button, return to the previous setting. Adjust/confirm knob, adjust parameter values and confirm. Airway pressure gauge, measures instantaneous airway pressure during ventilation. Basic configuration, 5 tubes, mechanical flow meter for air, nitrous oxide and oxygen. Pipeline pressure gauge, measures central gas supply pressure. Pipeline pressure gauge, measures cylinder gas supply pressure. Power switch. High precision vaporizer, maximum 2 position. We can provide 4 kinds of vaporizer for option, halothane and fluorane, sulfurane, sevoflurane. ACGO connection port. ACGO switch. Oxygen flush. Breathing circuit. Breathing bellows. APL valve. Inhaling gas connector. Exhaling gas connector. Carbon dioxide absorbent. Bag vent selection knob. Inhalation flapper. Exhalation flapper. Manual control breathing gas storage bag connector. Fan. Power input. Equipotential terminals. Speaker. ETCO2 module port, optional. AG module port, optional. Gas exhaust port. Communication interface. Gas source connection port with yoke system, oxygen, nitrous oxide, air. Display interface. Alarm prompts area, display alarm information and mute key. The mute has 120 seconds countdown. Ventilation mode area, display the current ventilation modes and current adult or pediatric working modes. Monitoring area, display the currently monitored parameter data. Like the inhalation tidal volume, exhaled tidal volume, minute volume, PEEP, frequency, respiratory carbon dioxide, inhalation oxygen concentration, airway peak pressure, etc. System time area, display the current time. Power status area, display the current power status and trigger prompts. Waveform and loop area, display the waveforms, loops, trend graphs and system data. Parameter setting area, display the current ventilation setting parameters. Click this area or press the Adjust or Confirm knob to start parameter settings, and make parameter changes by rotating the Adjust or Confirm knob. Pipeline connection. First, confirm that the breathing tube connections are correct and sealed. Before using the anesthesia machine, install the oxygen battery first. Unscrew the cover, install the oxygen battery, and plug in the oxygen sensor wire. Screw tube with Y connector, director connector and facial mask, video use test lung demonstration. Silicon screw tube, connector and air storing bag. Self-test and calibration. Turn on the anesthesia workstation. Set the bag vent selection knob to the vent position. Noted, select bag means manual mode. Select vent means ventilator control. First, sensor test. Press oxygen flush button, inflate the bellow. Occlude the patient end wipe connector. Press confirm button on screen. Second, circuit leakage test. Keep the patient end wipe connector occluded. Press confirm button. Third, circuit compliance test. Keep the patient end wipe connector occluded. Press confirm button. After the self-test is finished, set the bag vent selection knob to the bag position. Then enter standby mode, set the bag vent selection knob to the vent position, the machine start to work under adult VCV mode. Before other operations, we need to calibrate the oxygen concentration under standby mode. Unscrew the oxygen cell to keep it in the air. Confirm the anesthesia workstation under the standby mode, press config, in the calibration select FiO2, confirm. After calibration, reinstall the oxygen battery. Setup and operation. We can click parameter setting area or press the adjust or confirm knob to start parameter settings, and make parameter changes by rotating the adjust or confirm knob. Press the shuttle knob, when the background turns blue, rotate the knob to change the value, then press the knob to confirm, then rotate the knob to change to the next parameter. We also can press the parameter setting button. In standby mode, we can select the patient adult or pediatric, ventilation mode VCV, PCV, PSV, AC, SIMVV, SIMVP, press confirm set the parameter value. Waveform, there are 4 kinds of waveforms, PT, FT, VT for choose. CO2 waveforms can be displayed only when ETCO2 is optional. We can select freeze function. Click the screen, then move the cursor to the front by using the shuttle key. We can see the former waveform. Click the restore, the waveform will continue. Click select, we can choose the waveforms, CO2, flow, PA, volume 3 waveforms, can be changed. Loops, for PV, VF, FP loops, the freeze and restore function is operated in the same way as the waveform. We can choose zoom in function. If click select, other loops can be switched freely. Click the comparison function, the current loop will be compared with the former loop. If click the delete, the comparison will be cancelled. Trend, for trend, the freeze and restore function is operated in the same way as the waveform. Click the select, there are various parameter monitoring can be chosen. Different trend times can be selected. The maximum is 72 hours. Config include mode, system, para setting or events, network, version. Mode, we can click the screen to change the ventilation mode. System, click system on the screen, we can set the language, Chinese or English. Time, adjust machine time. Touch screen, only in standby mode, screen calibration. Power prior, is power alarm, normal or high? Normal, low battery alarm is yellow, high, low battery alarm is red. Day or night, select day or night mode. LEC heater, is optional. Backlight, adjust screen backlight brightness. Sound, adjust the volume. Parameter setting, click para setting, we can set the upper and lower alarm limits and calibration. Typically, the parameters will be preset according to standards when you receive the machine. The doctor can adjust these based on the patient's specific needs. Calibration, we can calibrate the oxygen concentration and set the altitude in standby mode. Setting or events, it's up to 3000 logs. Every operating step is recorded. You can use a USB flash drive to export data via the USB interface. Network, IP address can be adjusted. Version, it will show the version of the software. If need to change the patient, first set the bag vent selection knob to the bag position. Press standby button, select standby, restore defaults to return to standby mode, then click config button on the screen, select mode setting, select adult or pediatric. Set the bag vent selection knob to the vent position. The anesthesia workstation start working under the pediatric mode. If an audio or visual alarm is triggered, press the mute button to silence it. The alarm will have 120 seconds countdown. Manual operation. If you need to enter manual ventilation mode, first put the machine into standby mode, set the bag vent selection knob to the bag position. The machine enters standby mode and fill the bag with oxygen quickly. Then, according to the actual situation, press the bag regularly for manual ventilation. After manual ventilation is completed, set the bag vent selection knob to ventilation mode and open the APL valve to release the gas in the bag. After use, turn off the vaporizer. Turn off the flow meter. Set the bag vent selection knob to the bag position. Confirm that the machine enters standby mode. Turn off the power. Thank you.